Hey there, it's Linda Cromar. I'm coming to you from my home office in Colorado. And today we're going to talk about how important it is not only to learn to do things you need to do, but also realize that you're not completely alone. And it's a good thing to ask for help. And it's a good thing to be grateful for that help. I can't tell you how important that is in a case where I am a caregiver for my husband. If I had to do it completely alone without any support of any sort from anyone else, I think I'd go nuts. And I think people do because you really can't do it all alone. And this is true with business as well. This is not just a personal thing. But I can really say that because of this situation we're now in with my husband needing a lot of special care, things that you'd never even think about. And yes, he has to have help get dressed, cook for him, get food to him, do his laundry, do his dishes, help him get to the bathroom, change his pants when he gets wet, just like a baby, right? Only this is an adult, a full-sized grown adult. And it's harder with an adult because you can't pick him up, of course. You can't just carry him around if you want. You have to try to work with them and try to get them to cooperate with you so that you can get them where they need to go. You can't be forceful. You have to be you have to be convincing and you have to be patient. A huge amount of patience it takes. And so this week, starting today, early in the morning before I even woke up, the rest of my family went off on a vacation that they had been planning for several months. And I didn't begrudge that, but I also knew that that meant that my support was going away. And I had to get some help because there's no way, if I don't, that I would survive 2 weeks without. It's not that I'm helpless. I have a lot of skills and I am good at what I'm doing with my husband, but you still need help sometimes. Like if you need a break, they call that respite. It's important for people that have this, that have to do this. When somebody has to have 24-hour care, it's very important to have a support group lined up to help you. So about a week before this vacation was going to take place, I did call out to what's called my Relief Society. It's a ladies' organization inside my church, and asked them to help and, build a list of people that would just come by for an hour or so a day, just to give me a little break. And that's all set up. And then the other thing is he was not sleeping at night, so I had to work ahead of time to get a solution for that. And I think we have it finally. It took a couple of tries before we got the right combination. And that's hard to do too. You have to be patient. And let me tell you, if you don't get enough sleep, it's hard to do anything more than just feel like you just drag. And there's no amount of caffeine in the world that makes up for lack of sleep if you go a long time without that. And I don't believe in dosing myself with drug anyway. A little bit of caffeine doesn't hurt you, but if you overdo it, you can do harm to yourself. So you have to be using your head because guess what? That person that you're caring for does not know how to do that anymore. He has lost all logic. That's really sad to see because actually he was an insurance agent for 40 years or thereabouts. And if you know anything about insurance, it's really kind of a numbers program. It's very technical. It's numbers driven. It's really about knowing your stuff. You can't get away with, just guessing. You have to, especially when it comes to property casualty, you actually have to map out all of the footage of a house to determine how much insurance it requires. I know because I actually took some of the licenses. I didn't stay with it because I didn't like it. But I know a little bit about what it takes, whether you're talking about property casualty or whether you're talking about health and life. They all have a certain amount of technical skill required. And then, of course, entering the information on a website, getting approval so that they call it actual coverage of whatever the insurance is. He had to do all that for many, many, many years. And also communication with the client, with the customer, making sure that you satisfied whatever their needs were that they needed. So guess what? That information is important to know when it comes to building your business online as well, doesn't it? You have to know how to communicate properly, because if you're just throwing things at people, they're not interested, are they? They have to know that you care. Just like when I'm functioning as the caregiver, I have to know what his needs are in order to fulfill those needs. It isn't about me. It isn't about being put out or anything like that, which I see a lot of that happen with some of the people that are nursing. And I think that a lot of it has to do with they get overworked. And I can certainly empathize with that because that is hard. If you're doing 24-hour care, you can get to a point where you are burned and you can't do anymore. That's why having a very important support group is absolutely necessary. You must have a support group. So when mine is away for 2 whole weeks, that makes it a challenge. And so that's why I reached out to some of the people in my church and asked them to be able to support a little bit so that I could actually get away a little bit and get the much needed rest. Now, last night, the new medication they had me give him made him sleep entirely through the night until about 8:30 today. And I was so happy because it made it possible. In fact, I was the one that got up several times because of the bladder or aches and pains or whatever. But it wasn't him getting me up. And of course, I could go right to sleep. And he slept solid and hard, too. He didn't even hear my family leaving at 3 a.m. I did, but they didn't. Very important, though. The whole point of this video, I'm not rambling, really, because I'm talking about understanding that no matter how independent you think you are, you do need the support of others. Whether you're doing a network marketing company or some kind of an affiliate program, if there is no support of any kind, explaining things and making sure you are set up properly and you have things put together properly, you are not going to succeed. Even with my programs that I'm doing, and most of them are not actually typical network marketing, although they have some of the components, I do understand the importance of supporting those people that are joining me, helping them see what they can do and helping them get the right information and getting my support and help and answering questions whenever possible. I never feel bad if somebody actually asks me a question about the program and what they need to do to get going with it, because that is them wanting to do it and just not having a full understanding of how. And I don't ever feel bad about answering those questions. I never feel bothered if they ask. I think that's important. When you are showing that kind of support for your team, guess what? I just went through my whole downline. And except for a few way back at the very beginning, nobody has quit. What does that tell you? I'm giving them the support they feel like they are where they want to be. Even if they haven't actually communicated back to me, I take the time to send emails or messages of some kind to each and every one of them so that they know that I am supporting them and taking care of them and helping them. And that there is information, if they want it, to help them improve and get better at what they want to do, and to use it in the way they decided they want to use it. I can't push people to do it when they don't want to. It's just like with the caregiving situation. You have to be persuasive. You can't force. And that's the same thing with network marketing, affiliate marketing. You can't force people to take action they're not ready to take, but you can show them how to do it and give them the support they need. And when they're ready, they will take the action. And that's how I look at it. And that's why it's important. You must have a support group. No matter what you're doing, you need to learn that it's great to learn some skills, but don't think of yourself, like I said in another video earlier, as just an island by yourself. Nobody really is. We are interactive with each other, and we support each other in every way that we can. We don't do it for people most of the time, but we do show them how, and that is good. When they start to develop some of their own skills, then they can get super excited, and there will come a time when they'll take off on their own, but that doesn't happen at the beginning. You have to understand that most new people need some kind of support and guidance before they're going to be the leaders that you want them to be. And the more support you give them, the sooner that is going to happen. So that's what I have to share with you today. Understand you do need support, and you have to give support. And I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please like, comment, and share. And also, if you'd like to learn some fun, simple ways to make money, I've got the answer to that too. Bye for now.